And welcome back to the Gran Turismo Online League. It is time for the Metze Paintings Champion Series. We are here for the Spa Grand Prix, ready to go some open wheel racing here for 30 minutes. This is going to be an excellent race. We got 12 of some of the best drivers ready to go head to head here. Last week had a dominant performance by Magic Slinky at Fisherman's Ranch. He won by over 30 seconds. Can he go repeat again today? It's going to be a fun one. Who had an excellent battle during qualifying, so it's going to be interesting to see what these drivers can do during this 30-minute event. Let's run through your qualifying lineup real quick. Matt Pulio won the pole in an epic battle with Rashad Metz. Came down to his final lap where he won by 3/10 with a 152.213. An excellent lap by him. Rashad Metz is going to start P2, only 3/10 off of him. P3 will be Javen Tucker. Going to be interesting to see if Javen Tucker can find some form here in the third race. Still searching for the first win of the season. Slinky, coming off that dominant win last week, is going to roll off P4. E3 coming in is going to start a P5. Going to be interesting to see what he can do here tonight. Dante's going to do P6. The newcomer Gavin Morrison is going to start P7. He's one of the drivers that's fighting for the Rookie of the Year title here in the GTO League. P8 will be Colin in the number 8th spot. He was our points leader after the first race, won the opening series, had a bad race last week, so he's looking to bounce back here. P9 will be Jack. 10 will be Landon Beach. Nicholas Collier, not the really starting position he wanted. And Zay will roll off P12. So packed field, packed with some talent. So it's going to be interesting what these guys will be able to do. So, but we're going to interview a couple of drivers here. Let's see if we can talk to our pole sitter real quick. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Great pole run from you. And how was that qualifying session? Hey, but you ended up on pole after that, and you did get that one bonus point. So, how do you feel about your strategy during the race, and how do you think this race is going to play out for you? Alright, well, good luck here tonight, and let's see if he can ride that pole position to his first career win in the Gran Turismo Online League. We're going to interview the second place starting, Rashad Metz. Let's see if we can talk to Rashad Metz. Hey, Rashad, you actually accidentally missed out on last week on the event, but we're looking to bounce back here. Had so close to winning the pole tonight. How you think about your chances?
Man, I think I get a really good chance, man, but that guy, Matt, that cat is fast. That guy is quick, man. I tell you what, I've never seen a cat as fast as that guy, Matt. So, I'm just doing really good. I'm really excited for this race. I love these cars. I love racing with these guys, and I love this track, so I'm looking forward to it, man.
Now, we did have a tire and fuel test last night. You, Javen Tucker, and a few other drivers participated in that. So do you think that tire test had some help with you getting some extra practice here on the racetrack with these cars?
I feel like it did help a little bit. I got some time to settle into the track, settle into the groove, settle into what the race is going to kind of seem like. You know what I'm saying? Me and Javen Tucker were having some really good battles. I think between the top three, actually the top five, we're going to have a pretty solid fight. So I'm super excited again for that.
Well, good luck to you tonight. You are the only person that's ever won a GTO race here. You've won both of the Spa Rain races on GT Sport. So do you think that you can defend your title of the only driver to ever win here?
Man, with that cat Matt on this track, man, I'm going to try my best. But that cat is fast.
Alrighty, well, good luck here tonight in the race. Rashad Metz, a two-time GTO champion, looking for another win at Spa. And we're going to interview one more driver. We're going to talk to Javen Tucker here before we get things going. Hey, Javen, how you think about your chances here tonight, and just what you thinking about the Champion Series so far, and what do you think about this season?
The Champion Series has been a lot of fun. We're going to see if we have enough pace to keep up with Matt tonight. I know it's going to be a fight the whole race. This is going to be a lot of fun.
That's really great. Good luck to you tonight. Javen Tucker is the only driver to have double-digit wins that has not won a championship, so still searching for that first championship. But Javen Tucker is definitely in the points hunt. See if he can have a good points night here tonight. But we are ready to get things underway here. We are going to go track side as we are getting getting ready to get things rolling here. Now this is a really, really tough track. It's going to be tough to see what the weather does. Looking at the radar right now, nothing within 100 miles of the racetrack at the moment, but that could change in the blink of an eye as we are trackside. And remember, the Gran Turismo Online League is brought to you by Metze Painting, where improvement is their specialty. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch this race replay and keep up with point standings on the Instagram side of things. But the timer is going. And the lights are out. We are racing at Spa. Ooh, someone almost spins in the back. Some heavy contact there. Matt's going to lead him down into turn one. Ooh, Rashad. Some contact there. Drivers 3-4 wide in the back of the pack, scattering all over the place. A lot of contact in the back of the pack. Luckily, pretty much everyone got out there unscathed. Landon Beach has heavy damage after that turn one incident. That's going to definitely slow him down. Here goes Dante with the pass. Rashad Metz side by side for the lead as we go into the first two side by side. Oh, some contact between the up front runners. Matt's going to fall back to P3. Dante up to P2. Rashad Metz able to get out to a pretty good lead now. Dante settled into that P2 spot. Oh, and Matt's going to go around. Got into the grass, hard into the wall. Heavy damage to his race car. That's going to be a tough, tough break for Matt. Fastest car in qualifying. And he wrecks off of the corner. Heavy damage to the front of that Red Bull car. It's going to be tough for Matt to overcome that. That's going to move David Tucker up on the podium now. Started P3, able to grab that P3 spot back after avoiding that incident. Now it's going to be interesting to watch some tire strategy. Metz is on softs. Dante is on softs, but David Tucker started the race on mediums. He's the first car to be on mediums. The second car back in fifth is Jack. Ray also on mediums. Zay's on soft as well. Gavin Morrison, not really the start that he hoped for. Oh, they're battling side by side. Some contact there, though. As we come into the final set of turns, Rashad Metz is going to come across the strike to lead turn one. And we got a battle for P2 here. David Tucker looking to the outside or inside of Dante as they go into the hairpin of turn one. Dante's going to go a little wide. He's going to give up that position. The battle is still on. Nose to tail as we go up at Rouge here up the hill. 3 cars under a blanket. Here comes E3 into the picture. Rashad Metz is loving this battle. They're side by side for P2 here. Here comes Dante. 3 wide for P2. E3's going to back out of it though. Look for another approach as they dive into these tight 2 corners here. Ooh, Tucker gets a little loose. He's going to slide off the racetrack. Able to get it back under control. Going to lose 2 spots here. Still nose to tail for that P2 spot between Dante and E3 now. Ooh, Tucker really loose, trying to get those mediums to grip up. Might lose his spot to Jack now. As they're going to start battling. Let's take a little bit look further in the back of the pack now. Slinky falling back to P9. Definitely not the start of the race that he wanted. Them softs are definitely starting to worn out there. You see him using a little bit of overtaking that bottom right-hand side. Gavin Morrison falling back to 10th place. Not a good start from him, but Nicholas Collier up to P8 after starting second to last. So excellent start to the race from him. He is also on medium, so he's going to have a little bit more tire life than those other drivers we see out there on softs. But man, Rashad Metz has set sail. He is 5 seconds ahead of second place, but can they have a better strategy than them? Or will weather come into play? It still is pretty sunny now. Rashad Metz has led all 3 laps so far. E3 and P3. And Jack has slipped past Javen Tucker for P4. As we got a battle coming here back in the back of the pack. between Landon Beach, Gavin Morrison, and looks like Nicholas Collier now. Looks like he had some troubles. And you see Matt still fighting those problems he had earlier with that spin. Oh, we're side by side on the straightaway here. Got a couple battles. 3 wide going into the turn. How is this going to end out? Ooh, Gavin Morrison goes a little wide there. Collier's going to come out on top, though. Oh, he hits the curb. Gets sideways, able to keep it going straight, though. Good save by Collier. So we also got a battle going for between Zay and Colin for P7. These cars slipping and sliding. Ooh, Nicholas Collier, heavy smoke on that car. Don't know quite what's up going on there. Oh, we got a car around. It's Colin. Looks like he's spun in that corner. Collier also goes off the racetrack. Some chaos in the back of the pack. Rashad Metz still pulling away up front. But you take a look at the bottom left hand of your screen at the telemetry there. Those softs are about halfway through as we're going on to lap 4 now. He did that his fastest laps just now, so he is getting a little bit faster there. Has used about 3/4 of that overtake in order to get a lead advantage. But take a look at E3, who is now in P2, moved up another spot. E3 has only used about 1/4 of his overtake, so it's going to be interesting to see if E3 will use some of that overtake in order to run down Rashad Metz, as he is starting to cut some time down. Also, look at his tires. His tires look a lot better than Rashad Metz. Rashad Metz has worn down those tires, extending his lead. And it looks as though E3 might try to cut into that time just a tad, as he's starting to pull away a little bit from Dante. Javen Tucker settled into the P4 spot here. Magic Slinky up to P6 again. Gavin Morrison up to P7. Collier settling into the P10 spot. We got a battle way back here in the back of the pack between Matt, Collier, and Beach. Ooh, heavy contact between them all. Oh, we got a car in the sand pit. Collins hard into the wall. Some hard battling there. Unfortunately, ends in a car going off the racetrack. Oh, and something happened to Rashad Metz. His lead is only down to about 2 seconds now. And it looks as though E3 is definitely gaining some time. Rashad Metz has used just about all of that overtake that he has. Can E3 run him down before this first set of pit cycles? It's going to be interesting when we see these drivers start to duck into pit lane. Now, it is required for these drivers to conduct at least one tire compound change, so you cannot run softs the entire race. You got to change to mediums or hard. So it's going to be interesting to see what these drivers do strategy-wise. And with fuel wear on, they will have the pit probably once for gas. So Metz is starting to string out that lead just a touch. Got it around 3 seconds now. As we're going to ride above with the top camera, see how shaky and bumpy this racetrack is. See the rubber builds up on those front tires as they are wearing out now. E3 starting to gain a couple of tenths now. Beautiful shot as they go around the corner. We got a battle here in the back of the pack, though. Matt's gonna look oh, Beach almost went off the track. Oh, and Matt's sideways, able to keep it on, though. Beach all over the place back there in P10. Nose the tail now. Ooh, Collier's gonna go wide, and he's gonna go around hard into the wall for Collier. Unfortunate break for Collier. Metz's lead is down to about 2 seconds now. So it seems like it's lose some, gain some. Looks like Javen Tucker's starting to close in a little bit on the leaders. Those mediums not quite as worn out as those softs running. Looks like some clouds are building up around the racetrack. Going to be interesting to see if some rain will come. And we are going to take this moment right here. We're going to step aside from the broadcast, take a look at the radar. Still clear within 100 miles of the racetrack, so just some clouds moving in. It's going to be interesting to see if this weather will have something. So it might cool down the racing surface just a little bit. As we're back to the broadcast. Rashad Metz still out to about a 2-second lead. E3 and P3. Ooh, Dante slipping and sliding through that corner. That's going to allow Tucker to gain a lot of time on him. We may have a battle for P3 on our hands. The Slinky's moved up into P5. Gavin Morrison to P7. Matt's gained 4 spots back after that early incident. As Landon Beach is the first car to hit pit lane, he's going to get a full tank of gas, so he's going to be good on fuel to the end. He does change to medium, so he does complete his tire compound swap. This is getting pretty hazy out here on the racetrack. Like if you look at Rashad Metz's rear tires, it looks like some drivers probably are going to want to come to pit lane this time. They might hang out to see what the weather might do, if it does anything, as it's getting pretty foggy out and about. The rear tires for Rashad Metz are almost pretty much cooked. E3 still has saved a lot of tire, actually. Metz is going to choose to stay on the racetrack. It's be interesting as Dante's going to come out of P3 and he's going to head the pit lane. So is Magic Slinky out of P5 is also going to be our second taker coming on the pit lane. So pit cycles have begun here with about 12 minutes into the race. David Tucker really loose off of that corner there. As Dante is now pulling into his pit stop, he's going to get 4 fresh tires. It's going to be interesting to see what tire compound he chooses to switch to. See how much gas he takes. Not going to need too much to get to this. He's going to take a couple laps of fuel and he's back out on the racetrack. So Dante and Slinky both opt to go for mediums. As the overcast skies are continuing to get darker and darker. Rashad Metz has gone off of the racetrack. He has lost the lead. E3 has taken the lead here. Tough break for Metz. Heavy damage to the front and rear of that Metz painting machine in the number 24. Will Metz be able to bounce back? Heavy damage now as Javen Tucker is quickly approaching and easily pass him now. Metz still, his damage is going to repair right there. But his rear tires are cooked. I bet you that had something to do with it. Really hard to handle these F1 cars or Super Formula cars with those rear tires being as cooked as they were. Metz probably wishing he would have came to the... Ooh, is he slipping and sliding yet again? Still able to hang on to that podium spot though. E3 is your leader. Still has pretty good tires on. Gonna be interesting if he wants to stay out to see what the weather does or dip into pit lane to get some fresh rubber for himself as he goes into the chicane here. And E3, your leader, is on to the pit road now. Tucker and P2 still on mediums. Gonna be interesting to see how long he opts to stay out, as Tucker's gonna stay out on the racetrack and inherit the lead. As Metz is also gonna come to the pit road. As Tucker is now your leader, as E3 pulls into the pit stop for some 4 fresh tires. He's probably going to end up changing over to mediums. As Jack's going to inherit P2 and Matt's going to inherit P3. Gavin Morrison of the P4 now still out on those medium tires. Really good tire saving from Gavin Morrison. Got to hand it to him. But E3 is going to come out side by side with him. So he's got some track position to make up. But Tucker is your leader out to a 10-second lead currently. Top 3 people out on the racetrack have all chosen to start the race on that medium tire strategy. As we got a battle now for P4, Gavin Morrison and Matt gonna go at it. Or E3's gonna go at it, sorry. E3 on that fresh rubber. So it should be pretty easy for him to pass Gavin Morrison there. Rashad Metz came out of pit road in the P8 spot, so not the best pit cycles for him. He's got some track position to make up. Oh, Tucker spins out hard into the wall for the leader. He's going to have heavy front end damage. Gonna screw up his tires a little bit there. Here comes Jack. Will he be able to grab the lead from him? Looks like Tucker's able to get back up to speed. He's gonna lose some track position there. Unfortunate spin there for Tucker. Tough days. We got a battle now for P2 between Matt and Jack. They're nose to tail now, coming in to some of the final set of turns down this long straightaway, using all the track available to them, nose to tail, as they head into the final chicane. Will one of them take a peek? Matt leaves the door open, but no one chooses. As they are tracking down the leader, Javen Tucker, after that spin. Gavin Morrison still out on the racetrack, able to hold off E3 though. Nice job from him. Dante up to that P6 spot. Slinky hanging around mid-pack with more majority of the day in that Kia F1 car. Metz is currently in that P8 spot. Gonna need some gain some position and gain some time. As we're a little past halfway now in the event. So about midway, a lot of drivers have come and go off of pit lane. Those drivers on those medium strategy have not come to pit road yet. Javen has yet to pit. Matt has yet to pit. Jack has yet to pit. E3 has already pitted, so he is the first car on fresh rubber. Could be interesting to see if he can one-stop this thing. He might be able to if he stays on his mediums. But will the soft strategy work out if these drivers up front pit for softs? Will they have time to track down those guys as they cycle back into the lead? So Tucker's holding about a 2-second lead over Matt, the pole center. Oh, and Jack's going to go around out of P3. Able to keep it off the wall, though. Oh, pulls out in the traffic. Gavin and him make contact. Heavy contact. Gavin Morrison is going to have heavy damage to the front of that car. Jack's going to have heavy damage to the left side of that car. Tough break for Jack and Gavin. It's been tough going in the middle of that middle of the pack. So cars are pretty spread out now. Still a little battle here before P5. As Javen Tucker's going to pull that car out of the lead on the pit road. And Matt is going to stay out on the racetrack and inherit the lead. The first time he has had the lead since his spin. E3 is going to move up to P2. E3 is the first car on fresh tires. As Javen Tucker pulls his car into the pit box now. He's going to get 4 fresh tires and looks like some gas in order to finish this race off. Gavin Morrison and Slinky I'm not sure if Slinky has pitted yet. I think he has. Matt is the first one to have not pitted yet. Currently on the top of the leaderboard, as pretty much everyone is spread out. Collier holding on that top 10 position as we got I believe another car ducked on the pit lane there. Metz has moved up into the P7 spot, starting to make his way back through traffic. It's going to be interesting to see those drivers that switch to softs. Javen Tucker cycled back out in the P6. He changed to soft, so he's going to be really fast here for a little bit. Going to be interesting to see what he can do. He does have a full tank of overtake as well. Oh, Metz spins out hard into the wall. Heavy front end damage to that race car. Tough break yet again. A little bit too much rumble stripped it looked like, and that car is going to go around hard into the wall. Another tough break. It has been tough going for Rashad Metz so far. Matt still is the leader, and he's going to duck onto pit lane. Matt is coming onto pit road. It looks like that is going to allow for E3 to inherit the lead here with about 20 minutes in, about 10 minutes to go. Some clouds in the distance, not sure if they'll make it to the racetrack in time. As Matt and Gavin Morrison are going to pull that car into pit lane. Here goes Matt getting 4 fresh tires. Let's move Dante back up into that P2 spot. It's a battle now for P3. Tucker has slipped past Magic Slinky. Nose to tail as they go up the hill here. Down the long straightaway, Slinky gonna look to the right side of Tucker. Side by side as they go down the straightaway. Tucker opting for the draft, tucks in behind him to get the toe. He looks at the inside of the top corner, backs off a touch, still nose to tail. A little bit of time there lost. Tucker taking the corner a little bit wider. Ooh, Slinky a little bit loose off of that corner. Ooh, Slinky another loose moment there. Tucker went wide though. Metz up to the P7 spot after Gavin Morrison pitted. Slinky still hanging on to that P3 spot, but Tucker is right on his tail. So we're going to take a look at the Hamlet camera from Tucker. What a great view this is. Look at all the telemetry. Looking back from the back bumper of Magic Slinky as they go into the final turn. Right on the bumper, nose to tail. Oh, a little nudge there. Tucker just pulled off a bump and run with open wheel cars. What a move off of the final chicane. Little Slinky trying to get back at him. Don't think he's within striking distance. Tucker on a lot fresher tires, so Tucker needs to go while he has those fresh softs. About 22 minutes into the race. Pretty spread out now throughout the top 3 as Tucker is starting to eat into that P2 time. Metz has moved up into the top 5. Matt's currently P6, your pole sitter. Gavin Morrison P7. 8th is Jack. 9th is Colin. 10th is Nicholas Collier, still hanging on to that P10 spot. Landon Beach not so far behind, a couple car lengths back in P11. And Zay is in P12. Tucker starting to eat into that lead time. And now entering the final stages of this race, we're going to step aside from the broadcast, just check the weather radar again. It appears to be all clear at this time. It looks like we will most likely be sunny to the end of this thing unless something crazy changes. Back to the broadcast. It is getting kind of hazy out there. Get out for some cooler track temperatures. Gonna change the dynamic of the track as you see some of the track is into the shade now. E3 has gotten the lead and pretty much not looking back other than that one pit cycle there. 10-second lead over Dante in P2. Can be interesting if Javen Tucker can use that overtake that he has saved up. He is using some right now, trying to catch the P2 spot of Dante. It's great to see Dante having a nice run here today. Excellent guy, excellent driver. Really, really glad to have him be a part of this racing league, and glad to have him or see him doing a good job here today. But Tucker is starting to close in and got it down to a second between him and Dante, using that overtake to run him down. Slinky is caught up a little bit. Now I got it down to about 4 seconds. Metze is still hanging on to that P5 spot. As we got a battle now for the P2 spot. Here comes Tucker trying to make a move. Looks like Dante's going to let him go past, trying to save his tires to the end. Tucker is pushing for the lead now. He's got about half a tank of overtake to use. He's going to wear out his softs a little bit faster. Will E3 be able to hang on to her? Ooh, purple sector there from Javen Tucker. Metze still has the fastest lap of the race. But in the purple sector there, Javen Tucker setting some fast times out there. Gonna be interesting to see if he can go fastest lap. Slinky in that P4 spot. Trying to gain some time here on P3, see if he can grab him a podium tonight. Slinky is your current points leader, looking for another good run here. Didn't quite have the qualifying effort he would have wished for, as Tucker has gotten the fastest lap of the race with a 1:53.5 fast lap from him. Oh, as Metze has dropped back to the 8th spot. I'm not sure what happened to him. Not quite the race that Metze has been hoping for. We are probably around 5 minutes to go here in the race. Only a handful of laps to go. Even if the rain does come, probably wouldn't get wet enough to really... Ooh, we got cars squirrely all over the racetrack. Oh, Colin's going to go around in the back of the pack there. Able to keep it off the wall, though. Oh, side by side, some contact between him or Beach and Zay. It is go time for Javen Tucker. He's going to be using that overtank. Colin is showing his displeasure with Landon Beach, as him and Zay are battling right now. Some unhappiness in the back of the pack. We will have to investigate. The stewards will probably have to take a look at that. Does Javen Tucker have enough? Has cut 2/10 off of the leaders. Looks like E3 is just trying to conserve at this point. He's going to set his fastest lap of the race. Tucker got about a quarter of a tank of overtake to go. Metze back there in that P8 spot. Not a good race for him so far after that tough incidents in the first half of the event. Some displeasure going on in the back of the pack. Looks like Landon Beach and Zay going at it there. Ooh, and the lead is getting shorter and shorter for E3. Can he hang on to it? Down to about 6.5 seconds now between him and Tucker. Tucker is running him down, but does he have enough? Tucker has used up just about all of his overtake. Oh, Tucker got loose there, able to save it though. He's going to lose some time. That might end it for Tucker. About 30 minutes into this race, this may be the final lap. Pretty close coming to the line. Not sure if this will be the final lap or not. Looks as though we're going to have one more. See if Tucker will be able to get to the line in time. And Tucker's going to have one more go at it. Has cut some more time off of the leader. And this is the final lap. The white flag is out. Looks like Dante will not be able to make it to the line in time, I don't think. As Dante finishes P3, Slinky's going to finish P4, Matt P5, Gavin Morrison's going to come across the line at P6, P7 will be Jack. Rashad Metze is going to have to settle for an 8th place finish. Tough race for him. Nicholas Collier still has a long ways to go, but it looks like he might be able to hold on to that P10 spot. But the battle is on between the top two. E3 out to a really good lead here. He is really low on fuel though. Does he have enough fuel to make it back to the line? Tucker has a touch more gas than E3 does. Tucker still eating away at that time bit by bit, but I doubt that it's going to be enough. As Nicholas Collier is going to bring it through the chicane, he's going to come across and get a top 10, 9th place finish. Able to hang on. As we got a battle back here for 11th. And it looks like Landon Beach is going to come across in P10. Colin P11 and Zay will be P12. But the battle is on between the top two. Can E3 have enough gas to make it around? It looks like he is going to. Here they go through the final chicane for the last time. Out of the final turn, E3 is going to win the Grand Prix for the Metze Painting Champion Series at Spa. Javen Tucker is going to come across the line at P2. What a race for E3. Took the lead after that first pit cycle. And an excellent win from here tonight. As he celebrates in victory lane. Congratulations to tonight's winner, Ironheart, or E3 as we all like to call him. What a race. Some excellent strategy. Was able to stay dry the entire time. So let's see if we can talk to tonight's winner here. Let's see if we can talk to him real quick. Let's see if we can find him. E3, congratulations on the win here tonight. How were you able to get it done out there?
Not making mistakes. That's really how. It was just a luck win. It wasn't really a outright win.
So how'd you think strategy go into it? Did you like the mediums first, softs last strategy, or did you like the softs first, mediums last strategy? How do you think that balanced out at the end?
I think it balanced out well. I went with softs on my run and pitted at lap 6, I think. But trying not to slip the tire coming out of corners. So that's how I was able to stretch that run.
Well, congratulations on the win here tonight. It sure was an excellent win, so congratulations on winning a GTO race. Let's see if we can talk to the second place finisher, Rashad Metze. Let's see if we can dial him up as we have got the finishing order here on your screen. Let's see if we can find Javen Tucker. Javen Tucker, you came up just short here in P2. Looked like you were tracking down E3 there at the end, but unfortunately did not save quite enough tire and overtake. What did you think of the race tonight, and how were you able to hang on?
The racing was fun. We definitely had enough tire. The only issue was the lap before we came into pit, we clipped the edge of the curb on the on throttle and spun, and that much time we lost is why we lost the race, honestly. We had the pace, we had the strategy. That's just a mistake that we could have avoided.
Yeah, tough battle. How do you think your strategy played out? Did you like the strategy that you went for this race?
Oh yeah, I think that was the ideal strategy. I mean the best strategies don't spin like E3 and Dante both did. They played that strategy really well, but everyone else opted for a quick little 360, a joker lap, if you will. So I don't think that was the really winning strategy. Tires wise, I think we had it. Just don't take the extra lap.
Well, nice job on the podium here tonight. We'll see if Javen Tucker can do one position better next week at High Speed Ring. We are going to talk to the last driver on the podium. Let's see if we can talk to Dante. I'm not sure if we have interviewed him yet this season. Hey, Dante, nice job on that P3 finish. What did you think of the race tonight, and how did your strategy and everything play out for you? Well, nice job on that podium, and it's going to help you out in some points, so congrats. Alright, now I think we're going to interview one more driver, Rashad Metze. He started P2, had not the best race that he would have hoped for, so I'm going to see if we can talk to him. Hey Rashad, frustrating race, I know, watching it from up here in the booth. Can you just walk us through what happened? And you were able to still grab onto a top 10, so just what did you think of the race and everything, and what happened?
I mean, the race was going well. We had a good tire strategy going on in the beginning, but then, somebody told the whole fit my tire strategy, and I got a little upset and emotional, and I spun myself. So that's a little bit my fault, and I kept spinning myself over and over again. So that's a bit me. I don't need to race, hot-headed and things like that, and I need to get more control over my temper. You know what I'm saying? And maybe some people get a little more control over their tongue. But other than that, man, I think this is a pretty solid race. Had pretty fun out here with these guys. Thank you very much.
All right, well, it looks like we're going to end that interview there with Rashad Metze and showing his displeasures after the race there. But we're going to run through your finishing order here tonight. E3 is going to come out on top with the win here in the Metze Painting Champions Series. That's going to help him out in points. P2 will be Javen Tucker. Not able to quite gain there enough on E3 to get the win, but it's going to settle for a P2 place with nice points finish for him. P3 will be Dante. He's a nice podium for him. P4 will be Slinky. Slinky pretty consistent. Finished in the top 5 all season so far, so another excellent finish for him. P5 will be Matt. After that spin, nice recovery from Matt, able to get back up into that P5 finish. Gavin Morrison going to settle for 6th place finish. 7th place is Jack. 8th place is Rashad Metze. Flipping over to the next page, Nicholas Collier. Landon Beach going to round out the top 10, and Colin's going to finish 11th. 12th will be Zay Smitty. So an excellent race here tonight. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to just thank you for everything, and thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel for updates more. Thank you all for everything, and we'll see you next time.